amigos, Geoff here from Wunderdog Sports. Today we're talking Week 6 NFL. Last week my video pick on Atlanta won as they handled the favored Broncos with ease, winning outright. That moves us to a perfect 4-0 this season on video picks. I'll have another one later in this video. Really, Cousin Sal? As you know, if you've been watching my videos this year, I have a bone to pick with Cousin Sal, who's picking games on the Kimmel show. My beef is not with his picks, but with his bankroll management. If you didn't see my earlier videos on this, head over to Wunderdog.com to view those past videos. In a nutshell, this guy is recommending very irresponsible betting, risking too much on each pick, which over the long haul will almost certainly lead to full bankroll depletion. While professional bettors never risk more than a few percent of their bankroll on any single pick, Sal came out of the gates risking 18% of his entire bankroll on a pick in week 1. I'm really not sure if he's naive or stupid. Well, anyway, this last week, Cousin Sal shocked even me. Coming off a losing week 4 that dropped him into the negative on the season, he did what a lot of novice bettors sometimes do. He panicked and loaded up on what he felt was like a sure thing. He risked 92% of his remaining bankroll on one play. Yeah, you heard that right. The pick he made, which was the Patriots on the money line, had about an 8 out of 10 chance of winning. So in all fairness, it was not likely to lose. 10.5-point favorites win about 82% of the time in the NFL. And it did win, but that does not excuse the decision. Do you want to take a 2 in 10 chance of losing your entire bankroll in week 5 and being done for the rest of the year? That, of course, is up to you, but if you say yes, you're f***ing crazy. Anyway, on to my Week 6 NFL system. After 5 weeks, there are 9 teams that have suffered just 1 loss and 1 that's still undefeated, the Vikings. These teams are killing it, and fans and bettors have taken notice. How do these teams historically do in Week 6? Well, teams at 750 or better on the season are just 89, 113, and 9 against the spread since 1989. Why do they perform so poorly? Well, these teams are a bit overrated at this point, and the big lines they face are oftentimes inflated. If we look at these elite teams and we throw out those that are actually underdogs and getting points, we see that these elite teams as favorites fall to just 61 and 82 against the spread. That's 42.7%. And if their Week 6 opponent isn't as good as them record-wise, i.e. they're under 750, these elite favorites fall to just 45 and 69 against the spread. That's 39.5%. This week, be careful if you're thinking about backing these elite favorites: Denver, Pittsburgh, New England, Oakland, and Philly. Okay, on to my Week 6 video pick. Let's go for 5-0. Bengals-Patriots is the game I'm looking at, one of the teams I just mentioned. Cincinnati has failed to cover the spread in just 6 of their last 22 games, yet they're getting a ton of points in this one. This team has talent on both sides of the ball, but they faced the great Tom Brady in this game, with Brady making a statement last week. Bettors have really pushed this line up. The Bengals, on top of that, are off a bad game at Dallas, further encouraging bettors to take the Patriots. But memories are short. 2 weeks ago, the Bengals crushed another AFC East team in the Dolphins 22-7 with a very dominant defensive performance. The Bengals, in fact, ranked number 11th in the NFL defensively in yards allowed. They held Miami to just 189 passing yards and 62 yards on the ground. Cincy also went on the road and beat the Jets earlier this season, 23-22. This Bengals team has an experienced, balanced offense with Andy Dalton, who's thrown 5 TDs, running back Jeremy Hill, and one of the top wideouts in the league, of course, A.J. Green, already over 500 yards on the season. Dalton is second in the NFL in yards passing. He's up to a 67.4% completion percentage, 8th best in the league. Cincinnati is better coached than many people think, and they're very much a strong bounce-back squad, having gone 14-5 against the spread in their last 19 games following a loss. The Patriots are a great team, but they still have questions on the offensive line. They've played better than last year, but it's still susceptible. Let's also remember who Tom and company played last week. Today, they will not be facing the Browns. They'll be facing a terrific Cincinnati defensive front. The Bengals are 11-5-1 against the spread versus AFC teams, and in their last 11 on the road, they're 9-2 against the spread. They have not been this big an underdog in 2 years. And in that game, they won 27-10 at the Saints as an 8.5 point underdog. In the end, this line's too high. Take the Bengals and the points. Good luck to you.